All right, my friends, we are continuing to cover the impacts of the winter storm that we are experiencing right now. And one of the big impacts that we are feeling, we are seeing across the Midlands is black ice, ice on our highways, on those secondary roads. And we've talked to a number of different officials, checked in with a number of different counties. And unfortunately, we have heard about several accidents throughout the Midlands, almost all of them being related to ice on the roads. People are skidding off the highway. And so again, even if you don't see that ice on in your driveway or in your parking lot, it doesn't mean that it's not out there.
Absolutely. And right now we want to give you a picture of one of those photos. This is coming from Highway Patrol. They posted on their Instagram today saying speed and ice don't mix well. It may just look like water, but ice can be anywhere. And of course, we've been saying that all morning, saying that the conditions on the roads are not safe for normal speed. So you definitely want to go below the speed that you see posted. 19 is a good speed to go this morning if you're heading out on the roads this morning. And also what you're also seeing is some Facebook updates from Lexington County, the Sheriff's Department, talking about several of the roads, the police department rather, talking about several roads that are pretty sticky or icy this morning. So definitely be careful with that if you are headed out there. We've been saying it all morning that those road conditions, they are very, very dangerous this morning. So definitely want to be prepared for that.
Yeah, so if you want an update on the different roads that are icy, if you live in Lexington County, the Sheriff's Department, as you can see, has been doing a great job of updating them. And that list keeps growing longer as we continue to check in and see. But I also want to talk about that Highway Patrol picture. When you take a look at it, and that was, again, put out on Instagram by Master Trooper William Bennett, one of the things that you see in the picture that goes along with this post is how the skid marks of literally the car skidding off the highway into those trees right there. And so we can't stress enough that you really do need to be careful if you do have to go out and you have to travel. And one of the other things I want to point out about this picture right here is this isn't a secondary road. It doesn't look like a secondary road. It looks like a highway, right? And highways have been, salted. But again, even with them being salted, they can still pose a risk. And so that's why we've been taking a live look at all of our cameras, and you barely see any folks out there. I mean, this is I-26 West at mile marker 108. Typically, when we take a look at this, we got cars left and right. It's either backed up or cars are zooming on by, or we see a good bit of traffic, and you barely see anybody out there, which is actually a good thing because folks are heeding the warning of staying at home and not traveling if you don't have to.
Absolutely. And going back to Lexington County Sheriff's Department, like Whitney just said, the list, it keeps growing. I'm going to actually name a couple of the roads that they have posted this morning. Wilton Road, Park Road, Maiden Lane, Burton Road, Hendricks Street and Duffy Drive. We're also talking about the Devil's Backbone Road at US 378, the I-20 interchange at Pond Branch Road, I-20 interchange at Fairview Road, South Lake Drive, Highway 378. So guys, a lot of these roads are just very, very icy this morning. These are some of the roads that they posted this morning. They said they are experiencing those icy conditions. I've been strolling on Facebook for quite some time this morning, and I'm reading the comments of these posts that people that the Sheriff's Department is posting. Even folks in the comments are saying, I'm driving 20 miles per hour and I'm still sliding out here. So that lets you know, like, we're not just saying this for our health this morning, guys. Like, these roads are definitely slick this morning. So you definitely want to be prepared for that. And like Whitney said, that it just keeps growing and growing and growing. The list, it just keeps going. So we want you guys to be very careful as you are heading out this morning.
And the Department of Public Safety, they have put out some information if you do run across some black ice. They said, one, you want to ease off the accelerator. Like they said, you want to increase your following distance. If you are driving, you want to avoid braking and sudden turns. Tim has been talking about that all morning. If you start to skid, do not brake. That can make things so much worse. Also, they say you want to turn in the direction of the spin. And when it comes to black ice, especially on bridges, that develops really quickly because it's an elevated surface and you have cool air cooling both sides at once, which causes it to freeze really quickly. So something you want to be mindful of. They also say in case of a minor collision without injuries, so God forbid you end up in a crash because your car has skidded off like we saw earlier from the highway patrol. They want you to move your car off the roadway and call 911 for assistance. You can also call Star HP. It is an incredible source that is not just used during winter weather or severe weather. Star HP is an incredible source if you ever find yourself in need of help when you are traveling on the highways as well. But they again are stressing everyone, please don't go traveling if you do not have to. And if you just absolutely have to get on the roads, you want to make sure that you are doing so at a very, very slow pace, excuse me. But yeah, things are looking like we expected them to look in regards to the amount of folks that we see out on the interstates and the highways this morning. And my friends, please, please, please be careful. Also, too, if you have to go somewhere, let me go ahead and give you a heads up. It took me about 30 minutes to get that ice off my windshield this morning. I mean, I also had to talk to my car because my door was frozen shut. And I said, come on, we got to get to work.
Don't do this to me this morning. Please
we
don't.
got to get to work. We have to make that trip to work. So again, if you do have to be somewhere like work, let me go ahead and tell you from personal experience, you want to take plenty of time to get that ice off the windshield. That's going to take some time. You also are going to be driving a lot slower than you normally do.
Because like I said, I've been on social media this morning and I've been seeing several folks, saying like, hey, these roads, they're not playing this morning.
They're not
They are
playing
not
at
this
all.
morning.
And you think everything is fine, and then you go over just a little patch of black ice. That's the thing about it. The whole road doesn't have to be covered with black ice. Just a little patch of black ice can cause some serious problems. All right, my friends. Now, you also have been sending in some incredible questions, asking Tim and Lana things about the weather, about travel. We really want you all to keep those questions coming. We know it's a great way for you to get access to them and really help you and your neighbors because they'll be able to inform you. So we had folks asking about, 2-hour delays and when it will be safe to drive and when we think the ice is going to thaw out. Some of y'all who are incredibly smart asking about weather models, things that are just right above me.
They took a class or two in school and college.
Exactly. Y'all are asking incredible questions. But again, keep those questions coming because that's what we're here for. We're on your side. We're in this together. We want to help you guys navigate this winter storm. So 803-776-9508. Send those questions in.
Yeah, and we've been talking about the road conditions, and I'm going to talk to my producers now to see if we can get Master Trooper William Bennett on the line this morning. He should be in on the line in just a few moments. He was actually the one that took a picture of that ice, that car that was on the side of the road this morning, and he sent it in to us, and he told us that, we are dealing with some slick conditions right here in Richland County. He says there have been a good many of the collisions, but we're going to go ahead and toss things over now to Master Trooper William Bennett. First off, Master Trooper, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Can you just tell us what you guys are seeing out there on the roads?
Thank you for having me. Yeah, we got a lot of collisions this morning, especially in Richland County, where, we just got a lot of vehicles encountering ice, driving too fast, losing control, sliding off the roadway. I'm on Two Notch Road right now. Actually, I've seen some winter mix coming down. It's still pretty cold, 24 degrees according to the thermometer on my car. So again, if you just don't need to be out on the road, it's not a good idea right now. So we do have ice in spots. It looks good 1 minute, and the next thing you know, you come up on ice. And if you don't need to be out on the road, just stay home. Maybe later this afternoon, it'll warm up a little bit. Maybe the conditions will get a little bit better if you need to get out. But I think right now the best thing to do is stay home and stay off the road as much as possible.
And Trooper Bennett, can you explain, express, encourage us and tell us about how dangerous this can be? Because what I'm seeing from some folks on social media is, oh, it's not that bad outside, so I'm going to go do what I need to do, not realizing that just because, again, it looks fine outside your window, it doesn't mean that all areas of all the roads, even if they have been hit with salt, are safe to drive on.
Yes, that's right. If you look outside, it looks okay in most places. I haven't heard a whole lot about power being out yet in areas. So you may think that it's okay to get out and drive, but this black ice, it might look just like water in the roadway, but then you hit it and you're losing control, and you're ending up, in a ditch or an embankment or in a retaining wall, guardrail. So again, if you don't need to be out, don't get fooled by what we have right now. It's still not safe to be on the road unless you absolutely need to be.
And Trooper Bennett, when we talk about these cars sliding off of the roads, I want to talk about the aspect of them leaving their car where it is. If they're sliding, are rescue crews able to get there to tow these cars off, or do they have to leave their cars on the side of the road?
Well, and that's the problem when we get so much traffic out. If it's not necessary, that takes up resources. So we're having to go get cars, get them out the road, get them out of a ditch, wherever they're at, and it just starts adding up and adding up, and it gets overwhelming. So that's why we just encourage everybody not to be out here unless it's absolutely necessary. We don't need to hog up any resources more than we need to. We need to have have them available to be able to respond quickly to things that we really need to get to.
That's right. And I think, too, we have to keep in mind, I mean, every time we get on the road and we, unfortunately get into a collision, that means that we are putting our troopers' safety at risk as well, because then they have to get on the roads and come and find us in those slick spots. So that's something important to remember there. Now, God forbid somebody does get on the road and they skid, they slide off. What do they do? Who do they call? Do they stay in their car? What's the best way to handle that situation?
Well, the best thing to do, if you get involved in an accident, if you are out driving, call 911. We'll try to get someone to you as quick as you can. If you can stay in your car, if it's safe to do so, I would recommend doing that till someone arrives on scene and makes contact with you. Um, Depending on how, single car vehicle, you're not in the roadway, not blocking the roadway, your car's not running. If you don't want to stay there in the car, at least call it in and give a callback number and let someone know, hey, I'm getting somebody to pick me up. My car is in a ditch. You can reach me back at this number, so we can get back in touch with you. So at least we know who to make contact with and try to get that paperwork that you're going to need for that collision to you.
All right, Trooper Bennett. Well, thank you so much for calling in and giving us these vital tips and updates and conditions. They are really appreciated, not only by us here at the desk, but the folks who are at home watching this morning. We really appreciate you so much this morning.
Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me on. Y'all stay safe out there.
Yes, sir. You too. Again, an update from Highway Patrol saying they are dealing with crashes this morning because that black ice, nothing to play with. People are skidding off the roads. Now, we have about 1 minute left in our newscast, 1 minute left in our newscast. I want you guys to hear this. So just into our newsroom, literally moments ago, we have learned that a winter weather hotline has been activated for the state of South Carolina. So they're saying residents who have any questions about the winter weather response, they can call the state's toll-free hotline. Operators are going to be available 24 hours a day as long as needed to help answer some of those questions. Now, the hotline number is 1-866-246-0133. Again, that number is 1-866-246-0133. And you can call about sheltering information, road conditions, and safety precautions.